centre forward. It's been a feature of their play. It's their style of play, and they're direct. It can be long ball at times. You do end up with Barcelona just having two players back in defending positions. Sergi Enrique made a really good run. Once he was through one-on-one, it's a decent save from ter Stegen, but Sergi Enrique should be doing a lot better in that position. Not going to get too many chances like that tonight, Eibar. Have to make the most of them.
Messi. Denis Suarez. Messi. Can't put him down to a position as always. Dean puts the ball in. It was Busquets in the centre forwards position. You get the impression they're going to alternate in that particular role tonight.
Busquets playing a false number 9.
The big number 5 is the false number 9. As we've mentioned before, Spain have won major tournaments without playing a recognised centre forward, and currently they're top of their group in the World Cup qualifiers. Without going with, I call them centre forwards, I know you call them number 9s, but without going with a recognised front man. Busquets, Delafeu. And as Delafeu loses out, Dani Garcia onto it quickly. Inui. Janka. Galvez, the bearded central defender who scored the winning goal at the weekend, his first ever goal in Spanish football.
Well, I suggested that Mendilibar's team are just going to keep a nice shape, sit back defensively, try and be nice and solid. But the midfield players are 3 playing just behind Sergi Enrique. There's Takashi Inui on the left and the Kappa on the right. John Jordan pushing through from centre midfielder, are trying to win the ball up the pitch.
Iniesta. And it's interesting, Andres Iniesta was taken off for tactical reasons at the weekend. Valverde making his mark. Some thought, well, maybe he's gone off. Great Iniesta, you surely wouldn't give him the haul at half-time. But it certainly worked for the coach. And Paulinho and Denis Suarez both came on, and they made a big contribution. Semedo, chance for him to impress in the right back position. Sergio Roberto given a break tonight. Galvez, Escalante, Inui. Janka is on the outside of him. Easy for Nelson Semedo to get in the way. Dani Garcia. Alabia looking for Kappa. It's a great run from Kappa as well. Sits up nicely for him. PK. Busquets. Spirited start from Eibar.
Well, it's not one-sided, is it? Barcelona having a little bit of possession. It's been a terrific start from the away team, Eibar. Let's not forget they were 2 goals ahead in the last game of the season. You see him making the run in between 2 central defenders. Piqué's got his eye on the ball. Mascherano takes a huge chance trying to play offside instead of tracking the run. Sergi Enrique wasn't offside. Mascherano should have run with him. ter Stegen comes to the aid of the Barcelona defence there.
Well, Sergi Enrique was number 9. He waiting with 12 goals last season. The problem is that they're well dried up towards the end of the campaign. He scored only 1 goal in his last 18 matches for Eibar. Valverde had a lot of admirers with his brave management at the weekend. He was accepted that all is not well behind the scenes, especially up in the boardroom at Barcelona. But down on the factory floor, he's bringing some harmony to the team. There's the ever reliable Mascherano.
He'd be delighted with the start that his team have made. They've made real progress in terms of getting behind the Barcelona defence down either channel. Sergio Enrique, so far in the game, has had the only chance, the best chance of the game.
Albia's cross. Inui is the spare man and reaches up there. It required a safety-first save from Ter Stegen.
Another attempt on goal, another attack from Eibar. Barcelona having very little possession at the moment. It's the away side that are dominating the ball.
And then we scored 2 goals against Barcelona on the final game of last season. In fact, the last 3 goals that Barca have conceded have all been scored by Japanese players. Shabaski at the weekend, Inui with his brace last May. Elefeu carries it out of defence, is held back by Kappa. And he was never going to get away with that.
I think he's using the old, it was my first offence excuse. It was a cynical one, wasn't it? A professional foul to stop Barcelona breaking.
No goals, but the team more likely to have scored in the opening 10 minutes has been the visiting side, Eibar.
Barcelona haven't been able to get out of there. They're trying to be really precise with their passes into Lionel Messi. They've been intercepted by the Eibar 2 holding midfield players, Gonzalo Escalante and Dani Garcia. Not the same sort of focal point, is it, as Luis Suarez?
Terry's lookalike, George Sampaoli, up in the director's box, of course, taking a look at Lionel Messi, his Argentinian superstar. Great feet from Andres Iniesta. Now Lionel Messi. Delafeu was the likely candidate, but Messi was going solo. Ball was very well won back by Dani Garcia. And he's Messi in that kind of mood. 7 goals he's scored in his last 4 games for Barcelona this season. Mascherano clears. Paulinho. Blocked by Garcia.
Messi picks the ball up after good work from Iniesta. Good challenge there from that midfield pair that I was just talking about, Dani Garcia and Gonzalo Escalante. In front of the back 4, Juncker with a pass. Sergio Enrique, his left leg is in an offside position. It's an acceptable mistake though by the assistant referee, a close call.
Mascherano to Dean. Suarez, his supporting act. Be a chance for Denis Suarez to establish himself in the team. With Dembele's injury, Neymar moving on in the summer. I suppose in the ideal world, this is where Philippe Coutinho would have come into the picture. I've always argued that Coutinho wouldn't have made Barcelona's best 11. But it was going to be rotation and injuries. And with Dembele out for the foreseeable, if buts and maybes. Busquets. Dean. Strong challenge from Arbia. They may argue it's a controlled start, but a laboured start from Barcelona. Galvez cushions it for a corner.
Look at the size of the 2 teams, Rob. The Eibar shouldn't have any problems defending any set pieces that are delivered into the box.
Keeper was a bit of miscommunication there. An unnecessary back header. Paolo, he's the big signing, was the record signing in the summer for Eibar. They smashed their record to bring him in for around 3.2 million. Messi is the taker of the corner. A little flick at the near post, but Eibar defending well, and Eibar has them set up. They've had 2 clean sheets in the 4 games they've played this season. One on the opening night against Malaga, and on at the weekend against Leganes. Delafeu to Messi. Messi puts it into a dangerous area, but there's a tall keeper, Dimitrovic. Iniesta. Mascherano to Piqué. Semero. Delafeu draws Galvez. Well, strong and athletic defending from Galvez. Here's Paulinho.
There's Paulinho in the centre forward role. There's Delafeu was getting down that right flank. Really important for Barcelona. They do have players that if Messi drops deep, someone has to get themselves in goal scoring positions in support of players that are prepared to attack the full-backs and get crosses in.
Paulinho didn't make a great impact in his time at Tottenham. It has to be pointed out, he's a regular of the Brazil national team, almost 50 caps without. There was a lot of competition for the midfield places with Brazil. Messi. He still gets his cross in. Paulinho can't get there. Oliveira. There's Messi. Getting right under the feet of Juncker. Piqué. A great direction on the header from Piqué. Joan Jordan. Dani Garcia. Inui. Escalante to Arabia. Garcia over the head of Luca Dean. He has to recover. It's his first league start of the season. He did come on against Real Betis and played in the Spanish Super Cup as well. But these midweek games, an opportunity for Valverde to dip deep, give some playing time to the members of the group, they call them these days, don't they? The squad players. This is Kappa. Albia. Neatly through. Jordan runs into Mascherano.
Certainly really adventurous, aren't they? But look at the players they commit into positions out the field to try and win the ball back quickly, force Barcelona to play long balls into the box. And you see how quickly they go from back to front. Look how quick the midfield players are attempting to get forward in support of Sergi Enrique. Far quicker than the midfield of Barcelona were to retreat and get back in defensive positions.
Barcelona's problems are very much of their own making at the moment. This is Ander Kappa to Arabia. Escalante. Galvez. Great run from Jordan. Following every step of the way is Mascherano. I think Mascherano would like to have played against the original Joan Jordan. Here's Lionel Messi. Eibar have done well. They quietened the crowd in the opening 90 minutes of this game. Delafeu. Semero. Nice 1-2 with Iniesta. And the referee, oh, he's given the penalty. He thought about it long and hard, and they can't believe the decision of Senor Hernandez.
I must admit, like you, I'm guessing like you, by the tone of your commentary there, I'm surprised as well that it was given. Defender appeared to be in place, didn't he? Iniesta just lays the ball off. The defender, Galvez, is favourite to get there. It's an untidy challenge, isn't it, looking at it from that point of view, as the Semedo just nips across him. You can see the legs do tangle. There is a easily contact, and whether it's a foul or not is debatable.
Well, the prosecution would say that it was the outlawed tackle from behind. The defence would say that the attacker went down rather easily. Lionel Messi takes it easy. Easy does it. Missed against Eibar from the penalty spot last season, but not this time around. And he keeps up his remarkable record of having scored in every game he's played against tonight's tiny opposition. But that one was gift wrapped for him.
Yeah, certainly good fortune for Barcelona, no doubt about that. You just wonder whether Alejandro Galvez was just caught napping. He thought he was going to get there first, and perhaps panicked and made contact with Semedo. Messi with a nonchalant little chip lift over the goalkeeper, Dimitrovic. Barcelona, without playing well, without having an attempt on goal, have taken the lead against Eibar.
Easy does it for Lionel Messi. If you keep a track of these kind of things, that's his 516th goal.
We try. It's not easy.
Here's Ter Stegen, who was the key player in the opening minutes of this game. Busquets. Mascherano. Oliveira comes a long way. Busquets. Iniesta. Delafeu makes the run. Ooh, it was close.
But it's exactly the right type of run in this system with no obvious number 9. Delafeu can use his pace to good effect behind the two central defenders. Messi probably just saying, just delay a fraction.
Junker. Easy for Mascherano to Busquets. Dean. Denis Suarez. Coming into his own to Lionel Messi. Delafeu. At the far post is Paulino. I think that was actually what he was trying to do, but he slipped at the final moment, the former Everton winger.
Well, they're showing promise, aren't they, the two younger players, Denis Suarez and Delafeu. On the left and the right. Messi in between them. You can see Messi trying to encourage them to do the right thing in terms of playing the Barcelona way, not being scared to take defenders on, to take chances.
Escalante to Alabia.
And of course, give him the ball whenever they get the opportunity is always a sensible choice.
Messi's on 9 goals for the season. He's almost in double figures. And we're only halfway through September. Denis Suarez. Yeah, right, sir. There are no other Argentinians down there, are there? So San Paulo's merely come here tonight to watch Messi. You're pointing out Escalante. Do you think he's in the reckoning?
Well, he's 24 years of age. I mean, he's doing a good job at Eibar, and it's always wise for a national coach to take the opportunity to see as many players as he possibly can. Mascherano, of course, but he's not going to learn too much of Mascherano and Lionel Messi this evening.
Jordan stands over the ball. Galvez and Oliveira given permission to cross the halfway line. Jordan delays it, dinks it in. It's a good head on the ball from Oliveira.
It's dinked in, curled in. He does well to get his head up and get the flick towards goal.
A new coach, but Barcelona under Valverde sticking to the old ways of splitting the centre-backs and playing everything out from the back. Started with Guardiola, continued with Luis Enrique, and Valverde has kept the same plans.
But that's why Eibar are pushing up and trying to press and win the ball high and force Barcelona into playing the ball long, because they're quite confident that Alejandro Galvez and Paulo Oliveira, they've got to win any long balls downfield that are high, up against Delafeo, Messi, Denis Suarez. Eibar are just able to regain possession quite comfortably if they can apply their pressure up the pitch and force Barcelona into playing it long. You can see Barcelona working really hard because they're desperate not to do that. On the odd occasion, it's been the only option available.
And Semedo, who won the penalty. Denis Suarez, you know, prefers it on the right foot. He cuts it, or attempted to cut it into the path of Dean, when maybe a touch of greed would have been a good thing. Andres Iniesta to Delafeo. Delafeo back to Messi. Messi! Dimitrovic makes a tidy save.
Again, it's a decent effort, isn't it? Messi trying to be precise. He would clearly like it a little bit higher and a little bit wider of the goalkeeper, who gets across and not content to tip it away. Makes every effort to keep hold of the ball. Goalkeeping from Dimitrovic.
It's one for the keeper's show reel, isn't it?
Yeah.
His agent will be clipping that one up now for years to come. Eibar trying to bounce back into the game after an excellent start. Gary Garcia to Arbia. Kappa. Arbia continues the adventure. Enrich. Good ball back, or a little too tight for Arbia. Oh, Messi turns into trouble. Heart in mouth moment when little Messi goes nose to turf after losing Dembele at the weekend. This is Denis Suarez. Oh, gifted to Inui. He's by himself. Does he take on the whole Barca defence? Gets support now from Jordan. Escalante. Good ball. Inui again has the space. And Piqué has to go to ground.
Good play again from Eibar. Really encouraging for Mendilibar. His team not had a bad response since conceding the goal. Arbia goes down there on the edge of the box with a foul from Paulinho.
It was a delayed reaction, but then again, it was a foul.
Yes, no, clearly. A clear foul there that should have been given to Eibar.
Jordan's corner. Towed away by Suarez. Messi caught in possession. Dani Garcia. Ter Stegen spots the run of Lionel Messi. It's almost the perfect pass from the keeper. Inui. Junker.
You see Mendilibar getting into the fourth official there. Quite obvious what he'll be complaining about. The award of the penalty to Barcelona.
Well, you would need the replay to convince you that the referee had got it right. Certainly the video evidence suggests that there was a strong case to be answered.
The replay suggests that Galvez actually thinks it's going to be easier than it is to deal with that situation. Semedo doesn't give it up, gets across the defender, who's degree of panic, isn't there, by getting across Semedo, making contact with him. An awkward challenge, a risky challenge, of course, to make in your own penalty area.
Danny Garcia. To Juncker. Lefebvre digs in Wee.
It'd be one of those penalties, though, that Mendilibar is probably 100% certain that his team won't get it.
Don't you start those conspiracy theories. Oliveira. Albia. Escalante's made a move from midfield. Here is the young Argentinian. Good early cross. It was sharp movement from Enrich.
Well, Valverde be pleased with the scoreline because of the penalty. It's given them the lead. Let's see, Messi does well. Dimitrovic gets off his line, doesn't he? And Messi just clips it over the dive of the goalkeeper. Semedo there, the player responsible for being fouled in the box and earning the penalty for Barcelona. But I'm pretty sure Valverde wouldn't be too entirely happy with his team's all-round performance. He would dearly like more possession.
Lionel Messi. Deulofeu is his decoy. Messi tries to go brilliantly solo, skating through defenders. Semedo. Well, the assist, the creation of the penalty from Semedo won't have done his chances of earning a place in the Barcelona back four permanently any harm whatsoever. Fighting there, of course, with Sergio Roberto. And that's not looking good for Alex Vidal, as all of the players have been called up. Vidal is again the one left out.
In my opinion, Semedo looks like the perfect fit for Barcelona, but then Sergio Roberto came in at the weekend and again at right back was one of Barcelona's better players, so it is competition for places between those two, or three, as you quite rightly mentioned, Alex Vidal, who can also play further forward, can't he? He's a winger converted to a defender.
Even Thomas Vermaelen has got a call to the bench tonight, the former Arsenal man. His first inclusion of the season for Barca. Juncker. Galvez. Out on by Danny Garcia. Touch from Deulofeu.
Barcelona don't have any control over this game, do they? It's 50-50. It's, you know, in terms of possession, in terms of, imagine attempts on goal. Eibar just shading it. Messi tries to go solo. 3 or 4 Eibar defenders.
Iniesta. Denis Suarez. Gerard Piqué. Semedo. Gets past Inui with ease. Now Paulinho. New signings from the summer, both combining. Mascherano. Inui is finding a big gap on this left-hand side as Eibar attack. Inui to Joran. Now Juncker. Danny Garcia. Albia joins the attack. Too much on the cross. Inui does get a head onto it though. It's a necessity for Semedo to get his body in the way.
There's very little resistance from Barcelona in terms of stopping crosses coming into the box. Nui gets there and Semedo gets the deflection to knock it away for the corner. This should be a threat.
Joran's corner. Flick from Galvez. Deulofeu. Galvez. Inui. He's putting on some shift on this right-hand side. Gerard Delafeu.
Calvez there, the big no-nonsense central defender, trying the back heel to Inui. Such is the confidence of Eibar that they feel they can get something in this game.
Albia to Kappa. Oliveira. Dimitrovic has had a reasonably quiet first half. Just joined us, the only goal scored by Lionel Messi after 21 minutes. A soft penalty. Semedo. There's Galvez. Ter Stegen has had 3 clean sheets in his opening 3 games of this season. The only team to have scored against him in La Liga was Getafe at the weekend. Paulinho. Delafeu. Iniesta. Denis Suarez to Gerard Delafeu. Mascherano. Semedo to Messi. Juncker can't help himself. Busquets. It's a very casual approach from Barcelona. Bear in mind it is 25 to 11 at night, a local time for the camp there. It's a decent turnout from the supporters as well, because there are serious traffic problems around the Nou Camp Stadium this week. The local authorities have acted sensibly by extending the tube service in town until 1 o'clock in the morning. And Albia concedes a corner, taken quickly by Denis Suarez. Mascherano, this is Iniesta, back to Suarez. Backed up by Delafeu. Delafeu seeking Messi. He's always the one most likely to make that run. Paulinho. Delafeu. Messi checks himself back onside. Delafeu to Messi. And a strong hand from Dimitrovic.
Barcelona attacks are all down to individual ability, aren't they? There doesn't seem to be any real plan, pattern of play from Barcelona. It's one of the players dropping deep, picking the ball up, running at the defence, players getting forward in support either side of the player in possession. Messi again getting another shot in on goal, and a decent save from the keeper.
Suarez corner, Paulinho's there again. The Brazilian is making quite a name for himself at Football Club Barcelona.
Well, it's a rarity, isn't it? Barcelona scoring a direct goal with a header from a corner. That's another attribute that he's going to add to the squad at Barcelona. It's a really impressive goal as well. I mentioned earlier that Eibar shouldn't have too much difficulty in defending set pieces from Barcelona, but he makes the run from deep. He goes unnoticed, gets in between the defenders, gets the flight of the ball, and at the end of it, a really powerful header. Guides it away from the goalkeeper as well. Good determined play from Paulinho. What a start to his career at Barcelona.
Well, cries of Paulinho from the Nou Camp terraces. This is a man who scored just half a dozen goals in 2 seasons at Tottenham. He scored 2 goals in 2 games for his new club Barcelona.
Has been in great form for Brazil, hasn't he, in this World Cup qualifying campaign not so long ago. Scored a hat-trick against Uruguay away from home in a really important game. Perhaps there's been an adaptation in his game as he's got older. Certainly a real attacking force from that midfield position. Something that Barcelona probably relied on Rakitic to do in recent seasons, but it seems to be a real strength for Paulinho's And a bonus that he's a threat from attacking set pieces in the air, of course.
The eyebrows were raised when Barcelona brought him in from Guangzhou Evergrande in the Chinese league for 40 million euros when they were actually in the market for some big name players. So Dembele and Coutinho. It was Paulinho who arrived, keeping a ball up centre circle for the photographers. But he could be a key man. You always need international class squad players at Barcelona. That's what they were lacking last year, is the alternates that would come in.
Well, no, it's early, but he's pushing for a place in the strongest 11 at the moment, isn't he? An important goal at the weekend, a really good goal at the weekend, a different type of goal tonight.
PK. Oh, call in possession, lucky man to escape with the ball.
Just can't underestimate how good it is and it feels and how important it is for a new player to get off to a start at a new club in the way that Paulinho has.
Luka Dean. There's Suarez. It was up here to roll it back to Dimitrovic. Well, it would be argued if Barcelona had their strongest 11 available, and probably only 5 of the players in here would be guaranteed a place in the strongest 11. But as you say, Paulinho brings a new dimension. Not too often that Barcelona cause concern from corners. Galafeo anticipating the mistake that's come from Giancarlo. Reach turns this Spain national team centre half. Sure, it's been playing through his mind at half time. That opportunity had a one-on-one in the opening minutes of the game against Ter Stegen. Mascherano. Now Dean. Barcelona happy to stroll to conserve energy. This period of the season where the games are coming thick and fast. Champions League midweek, international breaks in September and October. Here to Dani Garcia. Galvez, hero with the winner at the weekend, the villain, giving away the soft penalty in the 21st minute of this game.
That would be the frustration, won't it, for Mendilibar? His team have conceded 2 goals, one from the penalty spot, one from a corner kick. His team have played really well. Barcelona had been below par. That's mainly because Eibar have worked really hard to try and deny Barcelona.
Barca looking for a third before half-time. And there's always a good chance when Lionel Messi is on the ball. Messi, and Suarez, and Dimitrovic had to come a long way. Well, at the moment, they're not missing Luis Suarez, who's sitting watching on the bench. Nor Dembele starting his recovery. Semedo dinks it in. Galafeo can't get there. Now Paulinho. Eibar just about hanging on, hoping they can keep it down to 2 at half-time. PK. Enrich to Dani Garcia. Covers the player to his right. Paulinho and Messi the scorers. A minute remaining in the first half. Xhaka. Time to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. Anyway for Galvez. Mitrovic hits it long. Was a player offside, but not the one that PK thought. Inui. One last surge. Escalante. Too much on the pass from number 5, but there was a foul that came after the pass. A free kick and a rare opportunity here for Eibar.
Mascherano with a late challenge on Gonzalo Escalante, just clipped him. They have to take on the attempt, don't they? Have to be direct. There's Pedro Leon missing at the moment for Eibar for the re-injury. This would have been ideal for him. We'll see exactly where Paulinho has been playing, occupying. Let's get forward as much as possible. Central role. It's the right back who looks like he's going to have a go.
We've got to go back 3 years since Albia last scored a goal. He fancies his chances. The wall does its job. And the referee draws a conclusion to the first half. It's been a brave effort from Eibar, but there's a soft penalty conceded, tucked away by Lionel Messi for his 9th goal of the season. And Paulinho is winning a lot of friends at the Camp Nou. He's got the second. Half-time is Barca 2, Eibar 0. Well, the referee and a lot of complaints, but Lionel Messi wasn't listening to them as he took away his penalty and gave Barcelona a lead, which they have doubled.
This programme is sponsored by Bet365.